Hi friends, how are you? I hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to my story channel. And today's story is A Smart School by Sharon Creech. This is very interesting story. This is especially for back to school kindergartners. I hope you are really enjoyed the story time, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's start. At the beginning and the end of each day, the principal, Mr. Keene, rang the school bell. Tiley, who was the first student to arrive and the last to leave, often helped him. Mr. Keene loved his fine school. He loved to stroll up and down the halls looking at the fine students and the fine teachers. He loved to watch the students drawing and painting and reading and singing. He felt so proud to be their principal that some days he thought his buttons would burst. But one day something else burst. His appendix. Poor Mr. Keene. Away to the hospital he went. Tiley was worried. Would Mr. Keene get better? A new principal arrived. His name was Mr. Tatters, and he was a serious man. He did not smile, he did not laugh. He marched up and down the halls, glaring at the students and into one room where Tiley was sitting nearest the door. "What's that you're doing, Mr. Tatters?" "Demand. We are making get well soon cards," Tiley said, "for Mr. Keene." "Come with me," Mr. Tatters said. He led Tiley to another room. "And what's going on there?" he asked. "They are making a banners for Mr. Keene," Tiley said. "A get well banners." Mr. Tatters marched up and down the halls with Tiley at his side. They saw children making cards and banners and posters and paper flowers. In the last room, children were scribbling on the board. "There?" he said. "What's going on there?" Tiley said. "They are writing a song for Mr. Keene, a get well song. It's nearly done. Would you like to hear it?" "No, I would not," Mr. Tatters said. The next day, as all the children were in their classrooms, working on their cards and banners and posters and flowers and songs, Mr. Tatters made an announcement. "This is a school," he said, "and in order to be a smart school, we should be taking tests." "Oh," Tiley thought, "we will have lots and lots of tests." Mr. Tatters said. The students and the teachers were worried, and we will not be making any more cards and banners and posters and flowers and songs. When we return on Monday, we will be taking important tests. This will be a smart school. And so, on Monday, the students took tests all long day. And on Tuesday, they took tests all day long. At home, Tally's dog, Beans, pulled at her shoelaces. Her little brother tugged at her sleeve. "Are not you going to play with us?" he said. "I can't," Tally said. "I have to study for these tests. I have a million tests." On Wednesday and Thursday, Tally and her friends took tests all day long. One of Tally's teachers said, "I can't think of any more questions to ask." Another said, "I can't grade another test." Tally said, "I have no more answers." At home, Beans lay at Tally's feet. "My brain is empty, empty, empty," Tally said. Her little brother hanged her on orange. "For your brain," he said. On Friday, Tally and her friends took tests all day long, and at the end of the day, the students and the teachers limped home. But on Saturday, they all went to the hospital. Inside, Tally spoke with the nurse. "I see," said the nurse. "Tell them to stand over there on the grass." When the students and teachers saw the nurse and Mr. Keene at a window, they held up their cards and banners and posters and flowers, and they sang their song. "Mr. Keene, Mr. Keene, Mr. Keene, please get well. Please come back and ring the bell. Mr. Keene, Mr. Keene, please get well. We miss you tons, 'cause you are so well." They sang their song loudly and proudly. They waved their cards and banners and posters and flowers. Mr. Keene left the window. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. The students and the teachers felt sad, sad, sad. "I guess we'd better to go home now," Tally said. But then the door of the hospital opened, and out came the nurse pushing a wheelchair. And in the wheelchair was Mr. Keene in his white hospital gown with a yellow blanket over his knees. Tally wheeled him around so that he could examine the cards and banners and posters and flowers. Mr. Keene smiled and smiled. On Monday, Mr. Keene returned to the school. He helped Mr. Tatters pack up his papers. "Bye-bye," he said. And after Mr. Tatters felt, Mr. Keene made an announcement. "I have been studying all the tests you have taken, and I am extremely concerned." Oh, Tally thought. "These tests definitely show that something is missing." The students and the teachers were worried, so worried. The students and the teachers were worried. Tally went to Mr. Keene's office. "Mr. Keene," she said, "our brains are empty." "Empty? But that beautiful song, those posters and flowers, didn't those come from your brains? That was before the test," Tally said. "Oh," Mr. Keene said, "I see." That afternoon, Mr. Keene made another announcement. I have discovered what is missing from your test, he said. Oh, Tally thought. There are no drawings, no beautiful colors, no little poems. These tests do not sing to me, Mr. Keene said. And so tomorrow and all week we will have one more big test. Clowns filled the room. We will have a test to see if we can go one whole week without a test. A huge and rumorous cheer went up throughout the school. All are so happy. And Mr. Keene added, we will only be able to draw and sing and dance and write poems this week. Another huge and rumorous cheer went up throughout the school and sailed out the windows and into the air. That week, Mr. Keene went around to all the classes and watched the students drawing and painting and writing poems and singing. He gave each student a button, a smart button. And he gave each teacher a button, a smart teacher. So, of course, the students made a huge colorful banner, which they hung on Mr. Keene's office door. All that week, the students painted and drew and sang. And they did not take any test, not one single test. Someday, Mr. Keene said, we will take a test or two. Someday, but not this day. If you pass the school, even now, you might see Mr. Keene ringing the bell. And you might also see a beautifully painted banners out front. A smart school. And beneath it another banner. With smart students and smart teachers. And smart principal too. So kiddos and mummies, I hope you really enjoyed the story time. See you next story time. Bye.